Hello. Hello. Welcome to Spirit Homework, April 28th, 2023 edition. Welcome to Spirit Homework during Mercury retrograde. I had so many problems trying to get on stream today, but I'm here and you're here, whether you're watching live or catching this on the replay. If you are here live, feel free to say what's up in the chat. It helps me feel less alone, which isn't necessarily, required for me to channel for you all, but makes it a little more fun for me and maybe for you. I hope you're doing well. I'm a little bit hoarse in the voice, not in my biology, but so I apologize for that. But I do have my tea here and my cup from my lovely friend Gina. Shout out Gina. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. And sorry if you can hear my fan in the background. It's kind of hot where I live right now, and there also might be miscellaneous noise in the background too. Why? Because it's Mercury retrograde. So, okay, if this is your first time to Spirit Homework, this is a live stream that I do, and what I'll do is I'll channel a number of messages on certain topics. So what you'll need to do is, first of all, grab your snacks, your juice, your coffee, your tea, whatever, your notebook, whatever it is that you use to take notes with. And once I get into the specific situations, listen for what is going on in your life, and then you'll know whether or not you need to engage with the homework for that particular situation. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing anything. I don't think so, but oh yeah, before we get into it, if you are excited to hear whatever it is that you need to know to get you through the rest of this eclipse season, which closes out officially with a lunar eclipse on May 5, 2023. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you want to engage in the chat, you need to be a subscriber, but you're going to subscribe anyways because you're going to get so much out of today's video that you're just going to keep coming back for Spirit Homework every other week. I already know. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and tune in now. See what it is that Spirit wants us to know. I'm gonna see how many messages. Sorry, that was my burping face. That's why I looked a little weird. I'm gonna go ahead and see how many messages Spirit wants me to get into. I'm feeling 4 today, 4 or 5. But as I'm tuning in, what I would ask you to do is to just go ahead and read the disclaimer in the description of this video, and then we can go ahead and get into it. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling 5. There's something else that I think I was supposed to say. Okay, so while I was closing my eyes, sometimes, messages will come through outside of the cards because, at least for me, when I open up to receive, I do not limit the messages to just what comes through when I pull cards. In my philosophy of channeling, of connecting to the divine, I am the conduit. I am the conduit for the messages. I am the channeler. and the cards or whatever I use are my tools. And one thing that was coming up while I was closing my eyes is the word hope. And that can be very generic. So I think what I want to do here is, okay, is tune in a little bit. And I'm seeing it's like I'm seeing an oyster, or not an oyster. I feel like this is not anatomically correct or biologically accurate, but it's like a shell, a scallop shell, and a little pearl in there. I don't know if scallops have pearls, but that's what I'm seeing. So let me just get into it and see what's coming up here. What is it that we need to know? And this isn't, well, maybe this is one of the messages that they want to include, but I don't know, I'm just gonna go with it. Oops. Okay, this is for people. Okay. I have the Hierophant here, so it feels like it's related to education or certification, something like that. Somebody that's going for their like professional license, or like finishing a degree, some kind of like certification through an accrediting institution, something like that. You know, the Hierophant. Yeah, that's what's coming up. It's coming up very, very strongly. Okay, well, I guess we're just jumping into it. What do these folks need to know? Hey, Pauline. Happy Friday. Let's see. What do these folks need to know? You're taking the test. You're taking the... Or maybe you're applying to school. It's something around like education, profession. So maybe you're taking a test, you're applying, you're getting ready to graduate, something like that. I mean, it is like finals time right now. I guess like in the United States and maybe in other places too. But today's April 28th, so I'm just thinking, like, yeah, usually finals is in like April, May. So it's kind of like, feels like the right time for this message. Let me show you the other cards that I picked up. This is really interesting because usually I'm not just like jumping into it like this. But okay, so we have the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, so let me see what is coming up here. Okay, so somebody has anxiety about, or not anxiety, maybe it's not anxiety, but somebody is worried, somebody's stressing about whether or not they can get in to the program or pass a test or something like that. Well, there's two messages here. There's two messages here. The first message is about, like, yeah, worrying about whether or not you're going to graduate, pass. But then there is another message here about, for folks who are applying, whether or not you even want to do this to, like, get in. I mean, like, okay, so there's a theme here with the Ten of Pentacles about wanting to provide for family or for yourself or a future generation, to provide, to like start building that multi-generational wealth. It's kind of what it feels like here. And you're applying to this licensure or program or schooling or whatever institution to further your career because you think that, because it seems like this is the right path to go on. And with the Seven of Cups, it feels like there's a lot of maybe like confusion or uncertainty here about what it is, what path you need to go down. And so you're kind of like going for like the most traditional one, or the one that seems like the most sensible or like stable. Yes, exactly. It's the most traditional within the economy that you live in, you know. And I also see that it's something that your family would approve of here. So, you know, we have two very different situations here, but touching both upon advancing career, advancing your profession. On the one hand, we have people who are worried that they're not gonna pass, or they're not gonna graduate or something like that, or they're not gonna get their license, whatever it might be. Even though I do feel like you are qualified, it's just a matter of whether or not you believe in yourself. If I zoom in on the face of the person in the King of Cups. Hello, Mercury retrograde. Oh my God, hold on. What the heck? Okay, can you focus now? Okay. Yeah, if you focus on the face of the person in the King of Cups, they're looking very worried to me. Even though, why are you worried with all this gold on you? You have gold cup, gold candlestick holder. I don't know. Crown necklace. You're literally dripped out. You have a lot of resources, but it feels like your emotions are kind of making things a little bit. It's what's limiting you. Same with the Eight of Swords. We have a similar theme here of feeling limited, even though if the person in the swords card moved a little bit to the side, they could easily cut themselves free. And it's not like the bandages are wrapped that tightly around them either. So there's a self-limiting beliefs here being depicted. Yeah. So let's dive into this King of Cups, Eight of Swords professional situation first. This is a really interesting format that they're taking us down. Okay. And I have not forgotten about the hope and the pearl thing. I'm just waiting to see how they're gonna put it all together. Okay. Okay, let's see. What is the homework for this King of Cups, Eight of Swords group? And maybe you find that both of these situations pertain to you. Maybe you find that you are struggling to pass, but also you're struggling with whether or not you're going to graduate or pass or get your license or whatever. And you also took this job, or you pursued this profession for stability because it seemed like the best outcome at the time. You know, maybe both are you, but let's see. I'm just going to channel as though there were two separate messages, and you can decide whether, or you can discern for yourself whether or not both messages pertain to you. Okay. King of Cups, Eight of Swords. What is the homework here? Okay. Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. Is that helpful? I don't know. Okay, so let me show you what's coming up here. We have, like I said, Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, okay? So what's kind of coming up, especially with the Knight of Swords, and it's so funny because my life coach just said this to me earlier today. We're talking about fake it till you make it, and that's kind of what it feels like with the Knight of Swords. You're so close to the end. Just keep going. Keep doing what you've been doing this whole time, and you will succeed. There have been points in your field of study, in your career, in the moment of preparation, the preparation period, where you felt that you were not qualified, you didn't belong, but you kept going. And it gave you the results that you wanted. It got you where you are today. It got you all your gold accessories. Okay. So with the Knight of Swords, it really just feels like you need to keep going. You need to keep going no matter what. Just focus on the next step. Just keep putting one foot forward at a time, okay? I also feel like this uneasiness that you're feeling, or this insecurity, worry, imposter syndrome vibes that you're experiencing are gonna pass when the phase of the moon changes. I'm not sure what phase of the moon, and I don't know if it's gonna happen after the lunar eclipse. It could be. It could be. But like, or maybe it's when we get to the eclipse, you start to, you know, remember your power, remember how much you belong, remember how good you are at what it is that you're doing. I just feel like there's a shift here. And with the Page of Pentacles, it does feel like there is success. There is potential for success in your future, as long as you are able to remember the agency that you have in this situation, the gifts, the abilities that you have to be able to pass or get through or graduate or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. You're safe. I feel like the mental fight is the hardest part. You see how in the Nine of Wands, this guy's head is all wrapped up. There's a lot going on up here, and if you think about it, well, look at this. Like, the crown and the bandages. It's like, I don't know, there's a resonance there for me. You totally got this. The mental part is, at the same time, I don't want to diminish how difficult it can be to overcome self-doubt, especially in such a crucial time like this time. It can really feel like, there's a lot at stake, but that pressure that you're putting on yourself, that's a lot of it is coming from you. I mean, there are people that are wishing you well, that want you to succeed, but you don't have to, they're gonna love you no matter what, okay? Like, you don't have to put extra pressure on yourself just because other people are rooting for you, So let me see what else is here for this group. I feel like this group needs a little bit extra reassurance. The Magician and the Eight of Wands. Okay. It's all up to you. And I think that is what your challenge is going to be around this lunar eclipse. With the Magician and the Eight of Wands, success is definitely within your reach. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to harness your power, recognize your power, recognize all the resources that you have, and everything that you've done to get yourself there. And how that is proof of your ability and your deservingness, and all you gotta do is just put it to work, you know what I mean? One step forward at a time, like the Knight of Swords teaches us. It may feel like time is moving too fast for you, but you can do it. You're not destined to fail. There's still, see, they're gonna try to come out of the room, but I'm not gonna let them, because only big girls allowed in the living room right now. But anyway, you can do it. You can totally do it. I believe in you. And with the Magician, they're very clearly telling you that you have all the tools that you need in order to overcome this situation and to pass and get your license and graduate or whatever it is that you're trying to do within this realm of your career, professional goals. Okay. Good luck. You got this. Okay, so now let's move on to this second message. Still around career, still around professional development, but it's about somebody who has sought stability. Sought the most seemingly stable route because they're feeling confusion or overwhelmed by the choices that they would like to make. Or they feel that they need to make it. Okay. And I'm actually going to put all these cards back in so that we have more. Okay, what do these people need to know? Okay. Seven cups you need to know. Okay. Page of Swords, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. Page of Swords, Moon, and Knight of Cups. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you've been flip-flopping back and forth between several options. It honestly could be that it's just not the time right now for you to make the choice of where to go next in your career. I feel like, again, with the lunar eclipse, because the moon is showing up here. Hold on, let me let them out. Or let me talk to them. Hey, you cannot come out yet. No, you need to wait. Just wait, okay? Okay. We had the termite people come, so there's like things getting fixed over there, and I don't want them to come and like mess it up or get sick, you know. So okay, so back to what I was saying with the moon, and we had the moon in our lunar eclipse reading. I feel like it's gonna shed light. It's gonna shed light on what the next step is for you. There's gonna be lessons coming up for you. It might feel overwhelming. That's what I'm seeing with the Page of Swords, but I do feel like with the Knight of Cups, the right choice for you will be one that feels easy, will be one that gives you butterflies in your stomach, that like makes your heart beat faster. It has to be resonant with you and your passion and what you feel is your purpose here. You know what it might be with the Seven of Cups is that the best option for you just hasn't presented itself to you yet, or you just are not in the right headspace to really see it as a viable option. I do feel that you will be able to find the stability that you seek with the Ten of Pentacles. I see that it's possible, but I think you're looking in the wrong place. You're looking in the wrong place, and that's not like a judgment on you. I think that like because we live under capitalism, if you're watching this, you're probably living under capitalism, and our survival under capitalism is tied to like how much money we make. Maybe you're looking for something more corporate, something more stable, something that's not going away. But you know, and I'm not going to mention any astrological transits again because I'm not going to commit astrology malpractice, but under the energies that we are experiencing right now, and you see it with the news, you don't need to like follow astrology, just like look around. There is a lot of upheaval within industries that we perceived previously to be stable. Now we're seeing as unstable. You know, look at finance, look at technology, all of these industries that were booming that you know, in like recent decades kind of like became stabilized like after like 2008, you know, with the recession. Like we thought everything was back to normal, everything's all good, but now it's not. We have all the tech giants doing all these layoffs, right? So you know, previously it was thought that you know, working in finance or in tech was a lot more stable than actually than it has become. So I'm not saying that to fear monger or like make you worried if you were previously looking in those directions, but if you're watching this and if this message is for you, I don't really feel like your heart is in it has to I don't necessarily feel that your passion is going to be found only within only by working within those industries. I feel like there's something else. There's something. Let me pull a couple more cards. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands here. With the Knight of Wands here, you do like working in like a dynamic environment, helping people, either helping people or like collaborating with a lot of people, exchanging ideas. I don't really see you as like a maybe you could work from home, but like but it's very important for you to like work with people that you like, whether that's your coworkers or the clients that you're serving, the people that you're serving, or both. It's very important for you to like them, and that's because like you are a very passionate person, or your career is very tied to your passion. So with the chariot here, um, yeah, and again with all this moon symbolism, look at all the moons in this card on the armor, right? And the chariot is also traditionally associated with Cancer, which is doesn't really feel intuitive to me, but that's what it says. That's what it is, and Cancer is ruled by the moon, so we have more moon. Um, I just feel like uh, I feel like it's gonna come to you like on or around the eclipse. If you're watching this like while I'm streaming, probably not this week, but maybe as we inch closer towards the actual lunar eclipse, you'll start to get little breadcrumbs of clarity with how to move forward, okay? So hold on. I know you might be in a hurry, especially with the chariot and the two knights here. You might be in a hurry to move on to the next stage of your career. It's coming, but we don't want to rush this. We are still in Mercury retrograde. There I go again, committing astrology malpractice. But I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, you are gonna get something good. You are gonna get something good. It's just being prepared for you. Don't and if you are, let's say you're interviewing for jobs right now and maybe you've received an offer, do what you got to do. But if it is at all possible to if it is at all possible for you to wait until after next Friday, I would advise you to do so. And remember, this is a collective reading, so this message is not going to resonate or apply accurately for everybody that's going to watch this. So if you want to get more detailed guidance explicitly for you, especially for you, or especially for you, not especially for you, you can book a reading with me, and the link for that is in the description. But yeah, I just feel like the clarity that you'll have following the eclipse will help you to figure out what's the best path for you towards the stability that you seek, for whoever it is that you're providing for yourself, your loved ones, etc., etc. So yeah, wow. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Okay. It's hot today. Okay. Anything else for these folks? Sorry if you can hear that. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Three of Pentacles and the Sun. It's just more confirmation, honestly, is what I feel like. Yeah. It's more confirmation. I do see that's coming for you. The foundation within a career that truly fulfills you. The Three of Pentacles sometimes, at least the way that I read, can talk about building a strong foundation. And the fact that it's the pentacles to me signals that it's talking the stability that you seek, longevity within this career, it is available to you if you are willing to wait a little bit, just a little bit. The eclipse ain't that far away, you know? You got this. Okay. Wow, career stuff. Cool. Amazing. Okay, so let's see what else they're gonna talk about. I know they told me 5, but let's see. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Who knows? Okay, what's next? Message 3. Give us something. Knight of Swords again. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Give us a little more clarification. Oh, a lot of the same cards are coming out. So, along with the Knight of Swords, for clarification, I pulled the King of Cups, and then we also have the Six of Swords. So, I do feel like this is about moving on, making a courageous... okay, I kind of feel like this is relational. I feel like this is... The situation that's coming up is... It feels like a breakup. It feels like a breakup or a breakaway. Not necessarily romantic, but I kind of feel like this thing that you're trying to do, and it's so funny because the King of Cups, now that I'm looking at the gold, all the gold that I was talking about earlier, it's telling me something different this time. So what I feel is that you are the person... You feel like within this relationship you have more resources than the other people, or maybe you have a lot to offer, so you feel bad about moving on, breaking away, because you know that these people are gonna lose out. They're gonna miss you. It's gonna hurt when you leave. And again with the Eight of Swords, what the heck, y'all? What the heck? It's like you're keeping yourself there. You're keeping yourself there now because you feel bad. You feel really guilty, even though you know that it's time for you to move on. But it's starting to like... It kind of feels like perhaps the resentment... We're getting to a point where if you stay on for much longer, you're going to start to resent them, even though it's your choice to stay there. Look how many swords. These cards showed up in this way. It's like so many swords like that. Very interesting. There's something else I was supposed to say. Okay, so with the Knight of Swords, it's almost like you're trying to figure out how to break up with him, how to leave, and you're like, it just feels really awkward. Can I just like, like if this is a job, for example, can I just like turn in my 2 weeks, or do I even need to do a 2 weeks notice? Can I just like send the email, quit that day and leave? That's kind of what it feels like. And I totally understand. I totally get that. If you're feeling awkward about this situation, like, okay, with the swords, there's 3 out of 4 of these cards are swords. So it feels very pokey, very yikes, very like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not really prioritizing how people feel in this situation, or like, I don't really want to consider how other people feel. I kind of just want to like, leave. I just want to go, because it just feels so awkward to me. Okay, we have the 3 of Swords here too as well, which just tells me that I think that you are also experiencing a lot of pain, even though your decision to stay, you're thinking of it as being a decision that you're making to help other people feel comfortable. I think there's also some grieving that you might have to address or look into during this transition as well. It's not just one-sided. It's coming from you too. I think you feel bad. Yeah, I mean, obviously you do feel bad for leaving, but the reason why you feel bad for leaving is because you care about these people. I don't know where you're going. But I don't know if you feel like there's like also a sense of betrayal here, like stab in the heart, stab in the back. So maybe you're like going to your competitor, or maybe you like found someone that you like better, and you're just like, well, I'm gonna break up with them, even though there's not really anything bad happening, but I just found someone better, and I just been feeling for a while that this is not the right fit, this is not the right vibe, this person has not done me wrong, and I feel like a bad person for hurting their feelings. Yeah, I don't know, there's just a lot of guilt here that's leaving you stuck in place with the Eight of Swords. You know, yeah, so I totally understand why you feel guilty, here. But let's see. What is the homework here? What is the homework for these people going through this situation? I feel for them. What is their homework? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. That's what came up. And I pulled these cards. Okay. Ooh, we're going really deep into the childhood psyche, are we? Okay, so I pulled Justice and the Five of Swords. More swords. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards. 6 out of 7 cards, swords. And it's all about communication, so it makes sense. Oh, sorry. Okay, so what they're telling me is that having these kinds of mature conversations, I don't want to say like conscious uncoupling vibes, because that's definitely not what's giving, but it's more like, being able to respectfully and compassionately communicate your needs and why things just aren't necessarily working out. I don't think that's ever been modeled for you before. I feel like with the Five of Swords, it feels more comfortable for you to fight. It feels more comfortable for you to fight, and that's why you feel really awkward, because you really care about the people that you're leaving. You really care about their feelings. You don't want them. Oh my gosh, my whole arm is tingling here. You don't want them to be sad. And I think that's also why the Justice card is coming up. I mean, look at the juxtaposition between these two cards. It's like, I don't know. Like, you're trying really hard to be fair to yourself, to your needs, and the needs of the people or person that you're leaving. But at the same time, you have this, like, I want to say, like, instinct or programming to just, like, I don't know, leave and just, like, burn everything down and just, like, not feel bad, or, like, try to villainize them in your mind or fixate on the negative in order to, like, make yourself feel better for leaving. But you really don't have to do that. You really don't. More leaving. What the heck? Eight of Cups. My arm is, like, full of chicken skin right now. So going back to the phrase that they gave me before I pulled these cards, forgive yourself. I think that you need to start by showing yourself a lot more compassion about the kind of decisions that you're making in this situation. Let me just tune in here. The fact that you're being called to break away or break up or leave, it's it's because you've outgrown this situation. I mean, look at you. You've gained so much. You've gained so much from this relationship, from this situation, this career, this job. I'm not sure how much more. Like, it's like you've gotten all the things. You've gotten everything out of it that you can, and it's time for you to move forward. And you're not the only person that realizes that. I think that some of the people or the person that you're leaving, you're thinking about leaving, kind of knows that too. They kind of know, and they do want you to succeed. These like positive feelings. It's not only a one way thing. It goes both ways, and that I think that's what makes this transition so hard. So lead with love for yourself. And it's okay if you feel emotional, if you feel like you want to cry. I kind of feel like this is like a job thing more than anything. I'm not really sure. Or like yeah, or maybe it is like a relationship, a romantic relationship where it's like you're like moving to another city, or I don't know, it's just like time to move on, or you need time to like work on yourself or something like that. But it feels like there is a very strong possibility for an amicable resolution or conclusion to the iteration of this connection, the current iteration of this connection. And it's definitely possible. You don't have to rush it though, and I think that like deep down, even though you're kind of just like, can I just like get it over with and just like say goodbye without thinking about other people's feelings, deep down I don't really feel that that's gonna serve you. Obviously do whatever you want to do, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think like if it is possible for you to preserve this relationships if at all possible, I think you want to. So take time to think about what you want to say, how you feel. Get in touch with your therapist. Maybe your therapist can help you, use your I statements. Yeah, I really I really feel that the discomfort that you're experiencing around how to break things off, how to end things, it's rooted in love. And so I hope that when you are thinking about how to do this, that you root your response in love as well. Even though it's easier to operate out of anger or fear, or just like pretend that the other people are not human beings and that you don't care about their feelings, because obviously you do. Okay, that is group number 3. Wow. Eclipse season. Always big themes coming up during eclipse season. Hey, Queen G. What's up? Okay. So, let's get on to message number 4. Wow. Let me try again. Message number 4. They're all coming out again, but I just want to make sure. Hold on. Sorry if that's killing your ears. Okay. Message number 4. What do they need to know? For the eclipse. 25, 22, and 3. What do they need to know? Oh, they did come back out again. Okay, so I pulled 2 cards. With the 8 of Cups again, along with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see what they're talking about. Give me some clarification here. Because I feel like this is the same message as the last time, but let's see. Give me some clarification on the situation, please. Mental health. Okay. I think I got it. Let me just make sure. Yes. Okay. So the other cards that I pulled are the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So here we have, okay, so this is okay, let me start with what was coming up earlier. So I feel like with this person's really big hat, there's a theme here around, it's not mental health, it's about thinking, using thinking and reasoning and not relying enough on your intuition and your spiritual guidance. Okay? And I feel like yeah, that's what it is. And at first, okay, so when I first saw this combination of cards, the Two of Cups and the Lovers, I thought this was going to be about love, but this is actually about all the things that you're doing to kind of avoid your spirit team, your higher power, the creator, divine, however, whatever spiritual source that you turn to for guidance, you're kind of not ignoring them, but it feels like you are turning to other ways to cope through whatever it is that you're experiencing. I feel like you are in a heavy transition too with the Eight of Cups. It's a rocky road. It's really bumpy, really, really bumpy. Very on point for eclipse season again. But you're like, it's almost like, and it's really interesting too, because you're the type of person that normally you know what to do to be able to ground yourself, to anchor yourself down, to take care of your energy, to make sure that you are tuning in properly, listening. Normally you do all that, but it's been so stressful, been so rocky, that I feel like you're resorting back to your old ways of coping, old mechanisms. So overthinking, perhaps like avoidance by self-medicating, whether that's substances or food, or getting lost in I don't know, watching reality TV, or TikTok, or something like that. Like, or maybe you're going out partying, things like that. Anything to avoid, or not avoid, because it's not conscious. You're not consciously doing this. But you're doing everything except connecting to the divine. I see that. And that's okay. We all have those times, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not judging you at all. Any of these people in any of these groups, these situations, I'm not judging you at all. This is all very human. It's all very natural, you know? That's why we're all here, to receive our spirit homework, because we need homework, we need help, we need teaching, and like, please, like, don't see me, I really, really do not want you to see me as like I'm better than you or something like that, because I'm able to channel these messages. I'm not, okay? Like, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the one giving the guidance. This is not coming from my brain. This is not coming from me. This is coming from the divine to you. It's like, would you say that your mail carrier is super knowledgeable about, like, I don't know, what to do with the unused balance on your credit card, just because they deliver you the mail from, your bank, telling you, like, what you can do? No. We're just the messengers. So, anyway, that was a weird metaphor, but moving on. All right. So let's see. I mean, obviously, there's one solution here, which is to turn to spirit to help you through whatever it is that you're experiencing. You need to tap more into your spirituality. But let's see if there's any guidance that they can give you to make it easier, or to figure out how to stop this loop, because it does feel like habit or instinct, or like just like you're just like returning back to your old programming. I always say the word programming but just for lack of a better word, not like I think you're like a computer or a robot or something like that, but it does feel like, I don't know, maybe like the way you were raised, it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, so let's see. All right, or what you learned based on your life experiences. Any advice? Here, homework for these people. The Star, the King of Wands, Strength, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. How lovely. Okay. So, like I said, we have the Star, we have the King of Wands, we have Strength, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, I really do feel like, okay, it's just a phase. It's just a phase. That's what it feels like here. You being the, typically, I guess like you're more spiritually inclined than the average person. But even people who are more spiritually inclined than the average person go into phases where you kind of will get away from your spiritual practices, and that's totally normal. We're all humans, you know what I mean? They say that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, but we're also humans. We're also human beings having a spiritual experience. And so like it's all part of this is all part of your journey. With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is something to reflect on. So maybe for you want to look back to like 6 months ago or the last eclipse season and see if there's anything around spirituality or like, yeah, connecting to spirit, leaning into your intuition, guidance from your higher powers or spirit team that came up the last time, 6 months ago, the last eclipse season, and see if there's any connection between your experiences then and now. That's one thing. Another thing too is that I think that okay, so one thing that's coming up is like relaxing a little bit. I think maybe you could surrender control just a little bit more. Just a little bit more than what you're doing. You do have a very strong vision, and you're also very like ambitious. Go for what you want. That's what I'm seeing with the King of Wands and Strength. Lots of fire here. But at the same time, I feel like things are meant to work out in your favor, but because you're so good at making things happen for yourself, it's hard for you to remember to like relinquish control and surrender, or that like spirit is also here to help you achieve your dreams as well, whatever it is that you're trying to do. And maybe with the Lover's card, Spirit wants to show you an easier way. Or Spirit wants to let you know that what you're working so hard for is already coming and you don't need to exert as much effort. With the Star, I feel like things could come to you with a lot more ease. But there's so much going on in this big hat of yours that it's hard to hear or to perceive or to know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's going to be your homework. Kind of like coming back to spirit, maybe calming things down a little bit, tuning in and operating more on intuition, what's coming through for you that way, rather than trying to like force everything. You know what I'm saying? And if you need help with this, you can always work with me. My books are open for May. April, I think, is fully booked out. So yeah, we can definitely dive into it if you want to. All right. Good luck. That's a hard one for me. I bet you that message is probably for me too, which is great. But anyway, all right, last one, and then I'm gonna go eat pho. I know I said it's really hot, but I think we're gonna go eat pho. Okay. Okay, if any of these messages have resonated with you so far, please give this video a thumbs up. I know I said that already, but it really helps me to know whether or not what I'm doing and what I'm channeling and sharing is resonating and effective and like helping people. So that really helps me. Okay. Last one, last message. There's a situation. 5 of Wands and the World. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. 5 of Wands and the World. The jealous people again. And then we're done talking about the jealous people. Oh. Okay. Hopefully this is the end of this cycle since we have the World here. But I don't know. Okay, so as I'm talking about the jealous people, the reason why I'm saying that is because there was a period of time, I think it was like 2 or 3 spirit homeworks in a row, where this theme of like people being jealous, people being intimidated, just kept coming up over and over and over again. And maybe that was 6 months ago. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, I feel like it's starting to die down though. I feel like it's like you're finally not rising above it, but you're realizing that you don't need to operate within their paradigm. You don't need to, oh, I'm getting the tinglies here. You don't need to, they don't need to affect you. They don't need to affect you in the way that they do or that they're trying to. And I think you've worked really hard on your boundaries and distancing yourself from them, your energetic hygiene and protection, cutting your energy off of the people that like don't want to see you succeed and are just like, I don't know, using you as like a foil, as a mirror back onto themselves. It's very selfish. Yeah, I feel like you're very protected here. It's so hard for me to show the cards and do that. But yeah, you're like completely closed off there from all the tomfoolery happening in this scenario, you know? And even if you look at it too, they're here down on earth and you're like high up in the clouds in your UFO of whatever kind of a lay or wreath that is. But okay, let's see, what is the message here? It is closing it out, but let me get the homework for you. Okay, 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles again, and 9 of Wands again. Okay, there we go. 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands. It's so interesting because I feel like you're the type of person that you never thought that you would have people jealous of you. You have a very kind heart. That's what I see here with the 6 of Cups. Maybe you were the kind of person that was like actually bullied when you were younger. Like, I don't know, it's giving like late bloomer vibes where like, I don't know, maybe like people didn't really have a crush on you, or you're the one always trying to become friends with other people and people will be like icing you out and stuff like that. So in a way, the fact that people are jealous of you now, or like acting with jealousy towards you, it's like it's kind of a full circle moment for your inner child that, you know, was in a fucked up way. It is kind of fucked up. But like you are wanted and loved. You don't have to accept the attention, the wanting and the loving in the way that it's coming through, and it's coming through in a very harmful way. Not very harmful, but in like an annoying way. I feel like at this point it's kind of died down to where it's just like a little bit irritating, and you could deal with it. But like, you know that you're wanted now. I feel like, yes, you do struggle with the Two of Pentacles. It's not exactly comfortable when you have to share space with these people, but you've come a long way where you are able to preserve your peace. You actually are a lot more competent at it than you know. And it's not, as you progress, as you step more into your power and you continue gaining recognition for whatever it is that you do within this realm, it's not gonna get, I mean, I don't necessarily think that it's gonna get easier for you. That's not to say that I think it's gonna get harder, but you know how to deal with it now. You know how to deal with it now. Like, you've been able to preserve your peace. You've been able to assure your safety here with the Nine of Wands. And even though you might not feel the best right now, you know that you can handle anything when it comes to like these kinds of like haters and naysayers and jealous people. You can handle it, and you can survive, and you can like continue to grow and shine and like serve the people that you want to serve. So I think your homework is kind of just to like give yourself a pat on the back and just know that like your shine, your like, yeah, your shine is gonna continue to attract moths just like they, you know, are attracted to a flame. But your safety and like your safety is never going to be an issue when it comes to these people. And also like the path is illuminated for you. I really do feel that the path is illuminated for you. So even though you may find yourself addressing this issue again within 6 months time, I feel like each time that you may be confronted with whatever, however this comes up, like, it's gonna get easier and easier and easier for you till these people just become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until they don't even bother you anymore. Yeah, you're just gonna continue to rise above. I see that. I really do see that. And the Keep, and I don't usually do bottom of the deck stuff, but with the Hermit, you might feel very alone or very isolating, or like you'll want to isolate, you'll want to be alone so that you don't have to deal with this kind of like political stuffs. But that's not the answer, because there's so many people that want to support you, that want to love you, that want to learn from you, work with you, follow you, you know, be in community with you. So don't forget, you know, even though there is these people, there's also these people too for you. Okay? All right. Okay, OMG, that went a totally different way than I thought it was going to, but I'm glad we did it. I was here for the journey. If any of these messages resonated with you at all, please, again, give this a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments which messages resonated with you, and if you like watch back on this after eclipse season is done, just to like review how things went. Let me know if things came true for you, if things worked out for you, if they didn't work out for you. Also, like I said, if you want to go deeper and get more specific clarity tailored to your specific situation, because what I channeled for you today are collective messages, general messages, you can always book a one-on-one reading with me. That is linked in my bio. And also, especially if you were message number 4, and you're a woman or femme of color looking for community to to become more regular, more consistent in your spiritual practice, and you are looking for a place to do it and talk about witchy stuff and tarot and dreams and all that kind of shit, you can also sign up for the Spirit Found community, and I will link that in the description as well. I think that's all I have to say. I'll be back again in 2 weeks for spirit homework. I'll follow up with you, check in with you to see how eclipse season went. But yeah, with that, I will see you all next time. Good luck. We're almost done with eclipse season. You got this. Yeah, I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.